In a world obsessed with social media, streaming platforms, and artificial intelligence, one company has quietly risen to the top: Adobe. Adobe, which is best known for Photoshop, Illustrator, and PDF files, has grown from a specialized software developer to become one of the most lucrative and significant tech companies in America. By 2025, it's more than just a creative force. It's a cloud-based, AI-powered behemoth that is revolutionizing the way people connect, create, and work together in the digital world. But how was it accomplished by Adobe? Adobe chose a different approach, playing the long game with accuracy, creativity, and a thorough understanding of its consumers, while other digital companies burst onto the scene with flash and fanfare. It contributed to the development of the digital revolution rather than merely surviving it. Adobe has demonstrated that reinvention is not only feasible, but also lucrative by embracing generative AI, switching to a subscription-based business model, and purchasing firms like Figma. This video will examine the 7 key factors that contributed to Adobe's success, ranging from audacious leadership in innovative products to astute acquisitions in a growing ecosystem. Don't assume that Adobe is only about Photoshop. This is the tale of how a modest inventor turned into a powerful influence in contemporary technology. 1. Changing the business model from software in boxes to cloud empire. When Adobe took the daring and contentious decision to go from selling software in boxes to a subscription-based model through Adobe Creative Cloud in 2013, the company's transformation really got started. Critics at the time questioned whether consumers would be willing to pay a monthly fee for tools that they had previously owned outright. However, Adobe did not stray from its goal. The business now has a consistent and reliable source of income thanks to this change. Adobe guaranteed recurring revenue from millions of customers rather than one-time purchases every few years. In addition to stabilizing cash flow, this modification accelerated, simplified, and increased the impact of innovation. Cloud storage, smooth collaboration tools, and frequent updates were all included in the experience. That cloud computing wager paid off. By 2025, almost all of Adobe's revenue comes from subscriptions, which also propel the company's stock to record highs. 2. Getting the hang of the creative market. Adobe created an ecosystem that is indispensable to creative professionals, not just tools. Industry standards include Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, and After Effects. Adobe's profound comprehension of creative workflows is what makes it unique. Its software links a whole process from ideation to publication, rather than just carrying out specific duties. Whether you work as a Hollywood editor, graphic designer, or YouTuber, Adobe probably has a significant place in your toolbox. Adobe has grown beyond the desktop throughout time. Creatives can work while on the fly thanks to mobile apps like Lightroom Mobile and Adobe Fresco, as well as AI-powered tools like automatic object removal. Adobe has dominated this market with hardly any significant opposition at this scale, thanks to its capacity to change while remaining vital to the creative community. 3. Strategic purchases that created opportunities. Astute acquisitions that expanded Adobe's ecosystem and added new skills and clients are partly responsible for the company's success. Adobe acquired Macromedia in 2005, gaining access to Flash and Dreamweaver, which were significant tools at the time. However, it didn't end there. Adobe continued to look to the future. In order to enter the e-commerce space, it purchased Magento in 2018. Later, it expanded its digital marketing platform by purchasing Marketo. Through these agreements, Adobe transformed from a software company that specialized in design to a major player in marketing technology. Project management features were added in 2020 with the acquisition of Workfront, allowing marketing and creative teams to plan and carry out campaigns centrally. By 2025, Adobe software will be used for more than only creating content. It will also be used for managing, measuring, and monetizing it. 4. Full speed into the AI race. Adobe has fully committed to artificial intelligence, not just dabbled in it. Their range of technologies incorporates Adobe Sensei, their proprietary AI engine. Everything from Lightroom's automatic photo tagging to Premiere Pro's intelligent scene modifications is powered by Sensei. The business is aware that AI is meant to complement creatives, not to replace them. Users have responded favorably to this way of thinking. Adobe took things a step further in 2023 and 2024 with the release of generative AI tools like Firefly, which let users to produce visuals in response to text instructions. 5. Thorough infiltration into business and education. Adobe's growth was not entirely dependent on individuals and independent contractors. It gained significant traction in the business and educational sectors. Companies were able to manage contracts, approvals, and documents online thanks to Adobe Document Cloud and Adobe Sign, which became increasingly important during and after the pandemic. These services were necessary for remote work, and Adobe was prepared. Adobe has concurrently worked with educational institutions, training programs, and schools to provide students with creative tools. Adobe makes sure that its tools are the first that students learn as more educational institutions adopt digital content creation. 6. Branding that fosters creativity and trust. The Adobe brand is widely associated with innovation, professionalism, and creativity. But the degree of confidence Adobe has earned over the years is what really makes it stand apart. The organization has always prioritized being essential over being popular. Adobe's advertising campaigns emphasize the creative process and the backstories of outstanding designs. It sells inspiration in addition to software. Adobe made its brand feel ambitious but approachable by partnering with creators of all stripes, including artists, designers, filmmakers, and others. Each year, thousands of individuals attend Adobe Max, its annual creativity conference, which includes training, keynote speakers from well-known creative firms, and demos. These gatherings create excitement and reinforce Adobe's cultural significance. In terms of diversity and social impact, the company has also made significant progress. 7. Financial discipline and long-term vision. Adobe's ability to strike a balance between creativity and fiscal responsibility is one of its best qualities. The business has continuously produced high profits, stayed out of debt traps, and maintained solid margins. Its executives don't mindlessly follow hype cycles. Adobe, on the other hand, takes the long view. Although it was a short-term setback, the company's decision to switch to cloud subscriptions was ultimately successful. In conclusion, Adobe's transformation from a tiny desktop publishing startup to a major worldwide digital company is a masterwork in adaptation, insight, and execution, rather than merely an innovative tale. Adobe has maintained its relevance and essentiality in a continuously changing digital market where trends change quickly. Let us know in the comments what you think about how Adobe became one of America's most valuable tech companies. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.